Hey, it's SJ with Looking for a Sign. You guys know you're my ears and eyes. Today we are doing a Looking for a Zodiac. The sign today is going to be Virgo. We're going to check in for love and money for Virgo. So this will have an extended. If you're looking for the extended and you just want the Virgo extended, that's it. There's going to be a link to my Vimeo account, $5.55. But if you would like to join my Patreon account, which is $5.55 a month, and you get access to all 12 Zodiac Extendeds, okay? And I do post daily, okay? Will be posting daily, okay? Because we had like a little change up. I did have things going one way, and I went ahead and switched it up, and it's much better this way. So go ahead and check out my Patreon account and the tiers that are there. There is Looking for a Zodiac Sign, which are just the extendeds of the Zodiac signs, and then there are Looking for a Vibe, where we check the daily vibe for all 12 Zodiac signs, and then there is both, because you have to choose. If you want both, you get both. So you can check those out on my Patreon account. My website is also down below in case you wanted to see what else I offer or book a personal reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. For my Virgos, what's going on with my Virgos? Oh, we're doing money and love. What's going on with my Virgos? What's going on with my Virgos and Virgo placements? Ooh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's 6 cards. All right. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have grief. So for my Virgo placement, so this is going to resonate with you. If you have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements, okay? We have faith, impartiality, service, gossip, insecurity, and mysticism. Here with faith, I really am getting the impression, because we're going to start off with work. Okay, so when it comes to work, it feels like there's something when it comes to work or some type of business thing that you do not have faith in. Or there's people that are trying to give you business advice that you're not listening to. You're like, I appreciate, thanks for the advice, Karen. Yeah, you guys don't... you guys are kind of struggling with trying to see the faith in an opportunity or to trust the judgment that you're getting. It's part of why you're impartial. I need to figure out a way to have this record the words so you guys can read them. But anyway, so when it comes to faith and impartiality, it just feels like there's an opportunity that you're not listening to wise counsel, or that there may be people that seem wise, because I feel like that's why you're impartial. I feel like you're impartial because you're like, I don't know. I also just heard that it is somebody who follows the faith. So it could be someone like a preacher or a minister, or someone who that's what they do for a living, or that's what they do on the side, maybe an ordained minister or something along of that nature. But it just feels like whatever advice they're giving you, or someone around you, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But the overall energy is grief. It does feel like your judgment is kind of clouded. Your judgment is kind of clouded because of this grief, or there are several things that are happening all at once that are causing this grief. So it's like you're just in this state of just like, you know what I mean? So we have service, and we have gossip. Okay, so when it comes to service, that is like my 6 of Pentacles card. That's like my equal give and take, my, are you giving, are you receiving, that sort of thing. When it comes to work, it feels like wherever you're working at or being of service, there's a lot of gossip going on in regards to someone who is grieving. There's a lot of gossip going around about this person, about them grieving, or judgments about how they're grieving. So I see a lot of drugs and alcohol. So, I mean, if this is not you, Virgo, this could be someone around you. But it just feels like somebody is not handling grief. It's like I'm getting this energy that with this service card, there's just a lot of sadness where, okay, so when it comes to work, it feels like work-wise, where someone works or where they're of service, there's a lot of gossiping because somebody either came back, you know, maybe they took vacation time off to go to, maybe somebody was sick or something. It just feels like something that's really sad. Something that's really sad. They're not dealing with it very well, and everybody seems to have something to say at the workplace or where they work about how they're handling this. And insecurity. There is an opportunity or there is something at your job as far as something you are able to do, capable of doing, or an opportunity that you want to go after, that you feel insecure about because you're not seeing all of everything. You're not seeing everything. Like, I feel like there's insecurity. Like, it's like starting up a new business and you're like, oh, I can't start a new business because, you know, I don't have the money or I don't have this. It's just like a lot of insecurities. And it's like the things that you think are the reasons or what you're seeing is not even what's really going on, because it's like, listen, if you were to do just a little research, you'd find out that you don't even have to have a startup cost. And, you know, you'd find out that, you know, hey, you could, you know, you don't need a fancy camera. You could do this, you know, with your phone, or this is something that you could be doing out of your garage or something that you could do out of your house. You know, you don't need a fancy warehouse or whatever. Like, it just feels like there is an opportunity or there is a job that wants to be applied for, or there is something, an opportunity or something that you have been getting grief over. I just heard that they've been getting grief over it. So it's like, in that case, it's like, you know, there's people around you or whatever that know about this that have kind of given you a hard time because you haven't started it yet. And you've just been like giving yourself all these reasons of why you can't start it. I am picking up that somebody in this collective is depressed. It has to do with a family member. Somebody is depressed. It has to do with a family member. I really feel right up under the grieving card was Quest, which is like my, it's like my card of like looking for answers, a quest for answers for things that are not in the 3D. Like, these are answers. Like, these are answers that you cannot touch. These are answers that you can only get from God, or like that knowing, like, you know, like when you get that feeling, like you pray and then you get that feeling come over you and you just know your prayers have been answered. Like, somebody is searching for answers through their grief. I also feel like somebody thinks that they're hiding their grief really well or their depression really well. They are not, but I feel like that's part of the reason why these people are gossiping. That's ridiculous. Okay, so when it comes to love, for the current energy around my Virgo placements, with this, I actually feel like there is something that I feel like somebody is trying to come to you with all the right, we'd be such a good fit, you know, we can really make this work. This feels like either an ex, or this feels like a friend that you just knew from the beginning, like you're just going to be friend zone because like, no. Okay. So like now they're coming around and they're saying all the right things, but I feel like the only reason why it's being considered is because you're in this grief state. I'm also picking up loneliness, depression, just sadness, heartbreak. And it's like, you know, that even though this is somebody you're not happy with, you know that they'd be like clingy and really codependent on you, and they would like love on you and be all about you. But at the end of the day, you know, deep down, like, that's why you're impartial. Cause like, but I'm not into this person like that. I know that I'm not into this person like that. Like, I know I don't want to revisit my past. And so I don't know. So with this grief card, when it comes to love, I'm literally picking up somebody you were talking to or dealing with was giving elsewhere and people were gossiping about it. Oh, I also heard for some Virgos were receiving from people. They were either in a relationship or a commitment and people knew about it. And so it's like Virgo or Virgo placement, if you were doing the cheating, people are gossiping because they're like, that's really messed up, like that this person is doing this, like and I just keep hearing grief, but still the way something's being handled, people are like not talking about this collective in a positive way. It's almost like, man, like I know they sad, but like they're doing a little bit too much, like having threesomes and foursomes and like, ooh, like they're doing the absolute most. Like, why, you know, like why is that person hitting on that person's brother? Like, isn't she dating their brother? Or, you know, why is he hitting on her best friend? Like, if he's dealing with her best friend, why is he dealing with, like, it's just something about the way somebody is moving, the way they are in a dynamic. There's not equal give and take, and people are noticing and they're gossiping about it. I do feel like for the Virgo and Virgo placements in this dynamic, somebody is going to find out. So if it's not you that's doing the most, it's your person, or it could be cross-watcher or vice versa. You know where you fit in with the story. I just see grief over how much you gave to the situation and the gossiping that's going around it. It just feels, there's this feeling of like, gosh, I should have known better. Why did I put myself in this situation again? The most important thing to do is learn why you ignored the red flags when you did, so that you do not put yourself in that position, you know, in the next situation that you're in. But it just feels, yeah, like somebody is giving a little bit too much to too many situations and people are gossiping about it. And when it comes into love, I honestly feel like, okay, so Virgo, if this is you, and no judgment, like this is a healing space, okay? Like this is going to be some hard truths, but this whole channel is a healing space. So no judgment if this is you, Virgo. Virgo, if this is your placement, still no judgment. You know, it is what it is, whatever. But it says, with this being insecurity, I'm literally picking up somebody, listen. Okay, so listen. I'm telling you what I just heard and what I just saw. Oh, it's so much coming in at one time. Okay, so somebody, or there's a collective that is with someone, okay? They are insecure. This person triggers a lot of their insecurities. This person has seen comments or seen things, text messages, emails, something, but it wasn't what they thought it was. And I see that this person is going to, I see this person giving to another situation or gossiping about it to another situation. And I know that, and it just feels like somebody is seeing something and making assumptions, and they're going back and they're gossiping about it to their people and their friends, and they're all in grief. There's going to be a breakup here. There's going to be a breakup here, some space here, or a change in a dynamic. Somebody is going to awaken to the fact of like, I knew I shouldn't have dated this person in the first place. I know that I'm only with this person for sex. I know I'm only with this person because I'm lonely. I know that the reason why I can't have the real person that I want is because of this person right here. And I'm not even happy. And I feel like when they go for those quest of answers, that's where that comes in. We also have perseverance right after that. So I feel like once these answers like come to this person, they're going to start to try to discover what am I supposed to do with this information, Spirit? Why are you telling me this? I do see for some people, it's going to lead to a renewal. It's going to lead to a reconnection. But for others, it's going to lead to stagnant energy. Or it's going to lead to the connection still being stagnant. But the most important thing is that you, or this person, was able to sort through their feelings and find the answers that they're looking for. Because I feel like somebody is struggling on how to deal with their grief. And it's not grief about one thing. It's literally grief piled up. I heard 12 years. So 12 years of things happening to them and 12 years of grief. And Yeah. And something triggered, like, it's like a dam. It's like a water dam, and something triggered the breakthrough, and they don't know how to deal with it. I also feel like their support system that would help them deal with things, or that would help them to deal with their emotions in the past, is gone. So it's like, I'm going through all this and I don't have my support system. Now I'm really emotionally unstable, right? Okay, so in the extended, we're going to go ahead and look at clarifying all these for work and love. I want to know what's going on in work, and what's happening. How are you going to handle these blockages, transactions, what blockages, where these blockages are coming from. Also in love, we're going to look at how are you going to handle this? How are you going to handle these insecurities? Who's gossiping? Are they your close friends? Is it family? Is it your person? We're actually going to clarify, what is your person giving to other people? Honestly, I see your person is giving attention, and like attention and emails and that sort of thing. Just inappropriateness on a whole nother level. But I did see a few other things. So I'm going to have Spirit clarify that before I say that out loud. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go ahead into the extended. I hope to meet you there.